Some athletes play the game, others leave a legacy. Today, we honor one of Saudi Daisy's finest, Erin Ridley, a fierce competitor, a dedicated leader, and a pioneer into the world of soccer.
Some of my best memories at Saudi are obviously on the soccer field. So I think that it was one of the most impactful things for me to have the opportunity to play for Richard Northcutt. Saudi kind of created a pathway for me that I wouldn't have had otherwise.
That pathway began with a coach who saw potential and a team that embraced the challenge.
Northcutt's pretty unique. This man was pirating satellite TV and taping on VHS, Barcelona playing in the mid-90s and sharing that with us and reading John Wooden quotes, and it was just this sort of like experience that we had that it just felt really special. And it was a catalyst for a lot of people. It really ignited the love of the game for a lot of people.
That love of the game and lessons she learned at Saudi Daisy would propel Erin to become not just a great player, but a great leader.
The importance of leading a team is serving the team, right? And Northcutt made that really clear in a lot of different ways. And, there's certainly a lot of memories I have from my freshman year. I had my teeth kicked out in a game in Saudi. It was against Red Bank, so of course it was a rivalry game, but missing teeth on the sideline, my jersey's just covered in blood, and I'm pacing, and I'm telling Northcutt I want the next sub in. I want to go back in. And he's like, we'll just wait. We'll just wait. And I'm still bleeding, and and I ended up having to go get my face stitched up and things like that. And but I remember Northcutt being just very calm and being like, he knew how to manage that passion, that side of things.
Her passion, her grit, and her dedication became the foundation of a remarkable career.
It was quite a journey to go from Saudi Daisy, Tennessee to the University of Virginia. I don't know how many student athletes have done that. I felt really fortunate. I was being recruited by Stanford, by Rice, by UVA, by Rutgers. And I remember I took my official visit out to Stanford, and that was the first time I'd been out to California. That was the first time that I'd been that far away, and I felt out of place. I kind of felt like a little bit of like a country mouse, kind of in a different space. And so when I went to UVA, I fell in love with the place. For me, it felt like home, and so the school itself really fit what I was looking for, but also the experience itself.
At UVA, Erin continued to excel, playing at the highest level and learning from some of the best coaches in the game.
Got to play for Steve Swanson, who is, he's still there at the University of Virginia. I give him so much credit for, really steering me along this coaching path. And so for me, it was really formative to be able to go from having the experienced leadership of someone like Richard Northcutt to then play for Steve Swanson. Those are sort of the formation of the core bedrocks of the values that I have and the things that I aspire to as a coach and a leader.
Now Erin is a pioneer in the sport, making history as the first female head coach at the academy level in Major League Soccer.
On the girls' side, I was the U19 head coach for the girls' academy for the Quakes. During the pandemic, they had to shut down the youth program and the girls' program. And the general manager at the time, Jesse Veronelli, he was basically like, look, you bring a lot of value here. We want you to be part of this, club and this environment. We have an opening for the U13 boys. This would be a value add for us. This isn't a box checking sort of thing. This is you bring value to us. We want to help you grow in your career here. And we think it might be the first time a woman's ever taken the academy. And I was like, I was looking through all the website, the technical staff of all the different MLS teams. And I was like, I think they're right. 20 some years later, there's still little phrases, little things that I'll say that I know that Northcutt said that nobody else knows that that's coming from him, but I'll kind of giggle to myself because I know it's the right thing to say at that moment, and so there's a direct line from Saudi to the guys that I work with, and it's funny because they barely know where Tennessee is on a map, but I've gotten to share with them what it is that the values that make my foundation, where I come from, how that relates to them.
That direct line runs through every athlete she's mentored, every player she's inspired, and every life she's changed.
When you get recognized by a place that formed you, it's kind of like, man, well, that's really nice. And so I think in so many ways, like it's going to feel like a celebration of just like being able to say thank you. I'm really grateful for this opportunity.
A fierce competitor, a dedicated leader, and a pioneer in the world of soccer. Congratulations, Miss Erin Ridley, on your induction into the Saudi Daisy High School Hall of Fame.